We are live. Good evening, everybody. Tonight I am joined, it's very exciting, by the novice UK national arm wrestling champion of the world.
Let's not get out of control. I won the British National Novice Arm Wrestling Competition. Right-handed, I was second yesterday in the left hand, but I had so much fun. The PAA tournament was amazing.
Look at his certificate.
Second place from yesterday in the left hand. I expected nothing left-handed. My left is much weaker than my right. Got the win on the right today. Got revenge on Michael, who was unbelievable, to be honest. That dude is strong as hell. But managed to get the win today, and I get my pro status. So I'm now a pro arm wrestler.
How funny. What does that actually mean, though?
It means I can no longer do any novice competition. So they have like basically novice level in arm wrestling. You've got to be up to 5 years of experience. If you've won, I think, 3 novice competitions, then you're not allowed to do pro. You're not allowed to do novice.
I think they're actually listed on here.
Or you win the novice national. This is my first ever tournament, and I won the right-handed.
So you won your first novice, and now you're not allowed to be a novice anymore.
No, which is fine. It was always going to be the goal, is to do one. But novice in arm wrestling is a lot higher standard than people think.
Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, there's a couple of novice guys that competed from my club who are proper novices, and they, really struggled. The top sort of 10 guys in each category really are pretty good. And Michael, who I was up against in the final, is an absolute beast. He's beaten a lot of pros. He trains at a great club. His hand was ridiculously strong. And training is very different with arm wrestling. Like training, you're pulling slowly, and I've always sort of felt my past being quite explosive athlete. I'd be quite good at those starts, but I've never really kind of practiced them.
I had the chance to
and
do
it was a great chance today to try and be quick and react quickly, and I think that was an advantage that I had. So I had so much fun. I felt competitive again. I was getting like some big Loz rage was going on. I was loving it. It was like when I was kind of competing as a pro strongman. Obviously, I just even when I did the Masters last year, I didn't have that same enjoyment, because with strongman, I'm just never going to be as good as I used to be.
No.
I'm, too battered, too injured. But with arm wrestling, it's just all going up.
Yeah.
And it's fun and it's exciting. And I kind of like, you've got like people that you want to pick off, and you want to get better.
He doesn't half play it down though, guys. I didn't go with him because I thought the result would be, I won a couple, I lost a couple. It was a fun weekend. Because he'll say to me, no, I'm just going to test out, see how I'm doing, see where I sit. And then he's like, I won.
I was talking to a few people today, and this is good advice for anyone with whatever they compete in. I think it is. Because it's kind of how
you're
I've done
giving it.
Well, I'm not doing arm wrestling to be a big deal in it or try to, shortcut my way through it. I'm paying my membership. I'm paying to go into these competitions. I want to kind of get experience against proper arm wrestlers. I don't care about having some celebrity match against like another strongman. I want to compete against proper arm wrestlers.
Is that a bit of shade, Loz?
No, it's not shade. It's just the only reason I do arm wrestling because I love it.
It's because you love it. Yeah,
it's not me trying to like.
You're not trying to be an arm wrestler, are you?
I am. I'm trying to be as good as I can be.
Yeah, of course.
As good as I can possibly be is what I'll say.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to use my strongman. To fast track me.
Well, probably without the pressure that someone like Brian's going to be under.
Well, I think there's pressure for like what I did today, because I think those guys would really struggle in this environment. Like you take Eddie Hall. No, Eddie's a strong dude, but I think he's very new to arm wrestling. I think there's guys that were there today that can beat Eddie, myself included. And that's not a knock at Eddie. With some practice, I think Eddie could be very good. He's obviously very, very strong. But understanding how to set up, understanding the rules, understanding where you need to be strong. Because when I started arm wrestling, I was no weaker than I am now. I'm nowhere near as strong as I used to be when I was doing strongman. But my strength hasn't really changed much in terms of fundamental strength. My strength for arm wrestling has got better.
Yeah.
And my understanding of arm wrestling has got a lot better.
Yeah.
So I can sort of access some of that power that I used to have a lot more efficiently. And, I'm lucky I trained with a great club, had lots of advice from lots of pros, and it's been fun. And this is just the beginning for me. I'll keep kind of quietly training and enjoying it and trying to get better. I know I'm nothing special in the world of arm wrestling. Trust me.
Quietly training. Like publicly, he might be quietly training. At home, there's nothing quiet about it, guys.
I am obsessed with arm wrestling.
He's obsessed. I cannot walk across the room without him like that, coming up to me, and I'm like, what? So I have to grip him.
Like, I think it's good to just, for people out there, whether it's you want to be an arm wrestler or strongman or whatever it is, stop kind of saying before you've ever done anything, stop saying you're going to be Mr. Olympia or World's Strongest Man or, the next Devon Larratt or whoever. Just enjoy it and focus on, firstly, not being afraid to compete, because competing is where you're going to learn so much. And I've lost so many times in different sports in my life, but you get better when you lose. Even today I tried to learn things as well. But yesterday I got beat, and there was things that I did that I thought about today that would help me, and then I'll go away and put into practice things in training that will help me be better. The amount of times I've lost in strongman where I thought, right, what do I need to get better at? What do I need to work on? What can I learn from that experience?
Yeah. Sorry.
And I go back and get better. Is that the dog you're laughing at?
No, I was just thinking, yeah, I've lost in strongman too.
But every top level athlete is lost. It's part of the learning curve. And I know my arm wrestling level is down here, and I want it to keep getting better and better, and it will continue to improve. But just because I won this comp, I'm not going to go around and be challenging.
Start swinging it around like you're the big boy now. Like,
no, I'm lucky that I train with some super strong dudes that
keep you humble,
put me in my place.
Yes, that's good.
But it was such good fun. I really enjoyed it. It was amazing. And if you want to get out and test yourself, do it, man. It's good to just push yourself and not know how you can do.
Yeah. Rather not know how good you could be.
Yeah. Today it showed me where I'm at. That's because I haven't really known from being in the training hall.
No.
Now I've got a good understanding of where I'm at, and I'm probably low level pro.
Low level pro. There we go. Beginner pro.
Yeah.
Right. This is a strongman channel. We've spent a good 7 minutes on arm wrestling, so let's move on.
Okie dokie.
Okay, Patricia, are the world's strongest man leaks real? I haven't watched any videos. I know there have been some going around. I've seen like a too long didn't read description. The only thing that I have personally heard confirmed is the potential of a smaller lineup next year. And that's happened before a few years ago. Yeah, location, Sacramento. Yeah. But that's the only thing I've heard from someone who would 100% know. So, we try not to get into...
I can say from experience, you can hear things from World's Strongest Man and it'll change.
I was going to say, last year, I heard things directly from World's Strongest Man. We want to do this, this, and this. So I'm like, oh, yeah, guys, they want to do this, this, and this. Oh, no, that's all changed. Exactly. So
until things are official with Worlds, because they can change things. But yes, at the moment, it's definitely going to be in Sacramento.
Yeah.
That's, that is, and I think it's May time.
Yeah, that's about all we know, to be honest. And even if they confirm something, until we actually get there, I'd take it with a pinch of salt.
I've had things, like I said, if you guys have been watching for a while, they've changed things last minute.
Oh, God,
a number of times.
Yeah. Where are we? Anyway, lots of familiar faces in the house. Kelly's here. Elizabeth. Kelly saying you should eat a burger, Lozzie.
I should eat a burger. What does she say?
She says lots of nice things about me. I wasn't going to click on it. And then she says, you need to eat a burger.
Oh.
I think she wants you chubby. There you go.
I had a kebab tonight. Does that count?
You did have a kebab. There you go.
A celebratory kebab.
Yes. Cousin Fred in the chat gifting memberships. Thank you very much, Fred. Glad you could join us.
Hey, Uncle Fred. Hope you're well. Well, Cousin Fred now. He did change it to Uncle Fred for a while, didn't he? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Cannot wait for Rogue to start on Friday, Laura. Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's rolling around fast. We're traveling on Wednesday. We're going to have Mitch in tow in the car. The closer we get to it, the more sad I am about driving 9 hours to Aberdeen rather than flying 10 hours to Texas where it's warm at night.
Yeah.
But never mind.
I'm going to miss going to Texas.
Yeah. But that's fine. I think I think particularly for a strongman audience, it's going to be completely insane this year at the Rogue Invitational. I don't know what the CrossFit community is like in Scotland or how much to expect there in terms of where people have traveled from.
I think it will be pretty good.
I'm sure. I know CrossFit is a bigger sport overall with a wider reach, so I'm sure it will still be very good.
Yeah, definitely. Before we go on to any more
We'll
comments,
keep you
can
paused a sec, Fred.
I give a few shout outs today? Because
Oh,
Team Loz
okay.
have been smashing it.
Okay, yeah, please.
So not only did
I'll
I
strip my coffee.
do very well in my competition,
Yeah.
but some of my team have been smashing it. Firstly, I want to say congratulations to Chris Windsor-Price, who won the British Masters.
Yes.
Now, I pulled out of this competition, and Chris has been so nervous about this comp. He's obsessed at looking at results from last year, and I've every week just said, look, focus on your training, focus on doing the best you can. He's been looking great in training. I knew he'd have a good chance, but he's one of those people that overthinks things and looks at what other people are doing, and he'll sort of get into his head that he absolutely smashed it. He got PB on the deadlift, smashed the log, smashed the he won against a good standard of athletes as well. So it's his first proper strongman competition.
Oh, really?
He's powerlifting before. It's worked so hard because he couldn't even deadlift 300 kilos earlier this year.
Really?
Got 5 reps on the deadlift. His pressing is solid, and he was really good on the nickel stones.
It looked. I saw a photo. Was it like a humongous lineup?
It was loads of people there.
Yeah.
There was loads and loads.
It looked big.
Also,
go on.
Stephen Moore, cybernetic strongman, has won the World Disabled Championship. So I got to see him last night. We went for food. It was so because the competition was in Birmingham, so we met up. And he's such a cool guy. I love him to bits, and I'm so proud of him. He absolutely smashed it. He is now a 2-time world champion, I believe.
Yeah. And he's someone I'm going to miss at Rogue this year. Is he not staying in the UK?
He goes home the day before.
Oh, how sad.
I was like, he should have stayed.
Why? He should have stayed. I've hung out with him at Rogue for the last 2 years. I'm going to be very lost.
And also, Evans Nana was second in the Strongman Champions League as well. But Reno now, that man, we've spoken about him a few times. He absolutely smashed it.
He did a Mitch. He won it before the final event.
That guy is a beast, and I cannot wait for you guys to see more of him.
I can't wait to see more of him. Because the only results I know of him are from Strongman Champions League, and unless you're there in person,
he's down to do OSG, and he's going to be. He's going to be a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, Fred, thank you so much for the super chat. Good morning, afternoon, evening, all. Hope all is well. And you had a great weekend. Well, as you've now heard, Loz had a great weekend.
It's been fun.
I've had an average weekend.
What did you do?
Absolutely nothing. No, I just hung out with the kids and the dog.
That's cool.
Holding the fort.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Not much to write home about for me, but never mind. Other than Mitch and Thor, who do you think the events at Rogue are going to suit? Asks Andy.
I think they're very good events for Tom.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the events themselves, they're very good.
Yeah.
The problem for Tom at the moment, I think, if his back is still an issue and he's a bit worried about his deadlift, and he does very badly on the deadlift, sometimes that can knock him.
It might mess him up a little bit.
But when you just look at the events, they're great events for Tom. I also think for Pavlo, other than the deadlift, good events for Pavlo, much better than, say, some of the other competitions you see Pavlo in. He's one of those athletes with the right events is really dangerous. With the wrong events is not such a threat. And I think he could surprise people with some of these.
I expect a really solid performance from Evan as well.
Evan needs to step up. Since World's Strongest Man, he was really good at Worlds, to be fair.
He's just not had his usual type of year since Worlds, has he?
No,
especially at Giant Slide.
He just needs to. He's got all the talent Evan has.
Yeah,
he just needs to get it right. I think he's just got to stop putting that crazy pressure on himself.
Yeah,
like what I said earlier. Just compete.
Just enjoy it a bit.
Enjoy it a bit more. Have other things in your life as well. Have that obsessiveness.
I think he has got more in his life now than ever before. Yeah, so hopefully it all comes together.
But I think for him, it's like to win Worlds is everything.
It is, yeah.
And I just think sometimes when you take that obsession off or that pressure, suddenly you allow yourself to perform better, and then you win.
Danny, Rogue has a free live stream, right? Yes, they do.
They do indeed.
The Rogue Fitness YouTube channel. There is an optional paid option on, I think it's on the Rogue website. It's the
you don't want that
desk.
Because you want to listen to me and Sean. So
Lozzie, I think they can still listen to you if they get that.
As long as they can listen to me and Sean.
Tell people not to buy it. And then
I am telling them to watch me and Sean.
They get additional extras in between. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to hear you and Sean. Yeah.
As long as they can hear me and Sean.
Yeah. So there's the Iron Desk also in between events, which is going to have for Strongman the likes of Kristen Rhodes, Jerry Pritchett, etc. Dr. Bill. Yeah, there you go. You should definitely
watch the Rogue Invitational.
You should definitely watch it.
I'm going to be watching it. I think you should as well.
Happy Sunday, my beautiful people. Hello, Ash, male Ash. Glad you're with us. Happy Sunday, everyone. Wasn't online last week, but thank you whoever gifted me membership. That was almost definitely Fred. So thank you, Fred.
Hey, Lee.
Oh, Monica's in the house.
I have to read some of these. People telling me congratulations.
Oh, sorry. I'm just
skipping
scrolling through.
over like
this
that.
Is unimportant. Hey, Loz and Liz, congrats on your comp
Thank
win.
you, everyone, for the
smashed it, Loz. Congrats, Loz. Hey, look, Kevin Harsleg is in the house.
I'm not the strong. You're the strength athlete in the family now. I need to
Don't be so ridiculous. Don't be so stupid. I had a horrible week on my new training block.
No, you're smashing it. Liz is really smashing her training right now.
I'm not smashing deadlifts. Deadlifts are smashing me.
No, you're getting done. And you said, like, you know,
done. Not every rep.
No, but
I couldn't. It was so heavy.
You've been going to the gym and training really hard.
I have. That's true. And I've been really good on my diet as well.
Yeah.
Angelic. The Instagram highlights of Loz's arm wrestling comp was a perfect amount for me. Enjoyed the iconic Loz celebrations more than the arm wrestling. Yeah.
Do you know what? I haven't felt like that since, I don't know. It's been a good few years. Like even my last few years of Strongman, I sort of lost that spark a bit with injuries and stuff. Yeah. But it was just such fun to feel competitive and let out that kind of emotion. I don't think the guys at the club had seen me like that either, because in training I'm quite calm and I was like, wait till I switch on, then it's time.
Yeah. Loz's next match is against Lavan.
Yeah. Levin's got no worries.
Catherine with the members comment. Any predictions yet on the women's comp at Rhodes?
Oh, I'm gonna have to get behind Andrea. Andrea's been training hard and I'm her coach. I want her to smash it. I want her to go there and do amazing. And
I feel like Andrew's trained harder for this than she has for a couple of the other big shows
she really
last few years.
She definitely
especially on her weaknesses.
Yeah,
which has notoriously been pretty bad at.
I think Inez will be good. I think she's got some good events.
I think Inez has good events.
I think Rebecca will be very good.
Yeah.
I think Lucy will be very good.
Angelica. Donna looked amazing in training,
Donna's
didn't she, when she came down to see us?
Olga, it's
the whole lineup.
Honestly, it is so hard. You could have every single event have a different winner, chop and changing.
We kind of saw that at the Arnold UK this year.
The women's contest is so much more competitive, I feel, than the men's.
Yeah, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel, if Thor hasn't improved his pressing, the men's is going to be boring.
Potentially, because listening to Mitch on the phone to you the other day,
Mitch is in insane
shape,
insane form. Like people go, "Oh, Loz is picking Mitch." Who the hell would you pick?
I know. What are you supposed to do?
Like, I would love to sit here and say I think Mitch and Bobby will come top 2 because I train them both.
Yeah.
The reality is Bobby has a couple of good events. Bobby can do very well on the deadlift. I think he can do well on the farmers into the log. It's looking good.
Yeah.
His overhead is looking strong. He's looking quicker than we've seen in a long time, but he's also fragile. He's kind of, can get hurt quite easily. So we need to kind of be aware of that. And I think for Bobby, top 5 would be an amazing result.
Yeah.
For Mitch, second place would be a bad result.
Considering his shape right now.
Yeah, and that's a lot of pressure to take. He's still got to go and perform. But honestly, there is not one event in that competition I can see him doing badly on. No. Thor, at his best, is a threat. Absolutely. But Thor needs his pressing to be, at worst, coming second or third to Mitch if he wins those type of events. He cannot be dropping 4 or 5 points on 2 events and expect to be in. Because on the events that Thor could potentially win, Mitch is going to be second or third.
Eddie Hall is.
Hey, Bruce, I hope you're well, buddy.
Eddie Hall isn't new to arm wrestling. I watched him pull a match and lose. That might have been against Lalas.
That was just a bit of a fake match.
I don't think he ever trained before that, did he?
Eddie's messed around with arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Eddie's a super strong guy. But there's no way Eddie is kind of if you've watched his training, he's actually looking a lot better with his training with Neil Pickup. It's quite good to watch those videos, pick up tips, because Neil is a great coach. And it's been, I kind of enjoy watching it to pick up things myself. But you can't get to, Brian Shaw is just a freak of nature.
I think also the problem that
with arm wrestling, strongman, he was a freak of nature at strongman as well.
Yeah.
But he's
built
gifted
for
arm wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not experienced yet. There's, pro arm wrestlers would kill him right now, but he's got potential to be very good. Same with Eddie. If he sticks with it, I don't think Eddie will stick with arm wrestling. I think this is a one arm wrestling match, whereas I think Brian will stick with arm wrestling.
I don't think Eddie realistically is interested in committing to another sport now. Like, he makes content and it works for him.
And he's going to get paid really well for it. I think he's trying to train for a fight at the same time.
Yeah,
he's got so many things he's already planned because he's looking for that. He's looking for a big payday.
He's spinning a lot of plates.
Which is, that's absolutely fine. But when you kind of really understand things, you see the difference between someone that's just training for a one-off thing and someone that's really looking to take this further and further.
Yeah. And like you've said before, with arm wrestling training, it's so painful when you're new to it and you're new to those movements. So you have like a really tough session. You're not going to be able to train properly for several days, are you? Or a few days at least.
No.
I know that from getting on the after pull. Knuckles up. The next week I was like, I think I've done something. I think I have arthritis. Apparently you're being humble. Loz is one of the best grips in strongman ever. He can be a great arm wrestler.
As long as I keep getting better, that's my goal. Keep enjoying it, keep getting better, and put no limits on how good I can be. It's just a matter of enjoying it for me. Getting out of the house. Liz is happy to get me out of the house sometimes, aren't you?
Sometimes. We can get under each other's feet a bit, can't we?
Yeah, of course.
Hippie Beard, nice name. Is Reno someone new, or are we talking about Rauno? I've seen people refer to Reno several times in chat today.
Reno is very different to Rauno. Reno is on the way up and younger.
Watch it.
Rauno is one of the greats, but he's just holding on to being one of the greats, and
he's holding on
he's focusing on that deadlift. Yeah, they're completely different people.
Yeah, Reno is
a very exciting South African athlete.
He's done and won 2 Strongman Champions Leagues this year, I think.
He actually contacted me about coaching about a year and a half ago. And we had a chat, and he decided not to go with me, which was absolutely fine, but I'm still a huge fan. And, he is, after him contacting me, I started following him, and I've just been super impressed with what I've seen. He works hard, very talented. And I think he can be a World's Strongest Man finalist and someone that can really contend at major comps.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great coaching endorsement. You don't even need to be coached by you. Just discussing it with you once.
Yeah.
It's all it takes.
No, I'm not claiming anything. I've just,
I would.
Some people I'm just a fan of, and he is one of those people.
Loz, did you watch East versus West?
I did indeed. Yes. I was got back to my hotel last night. I didn't watch it all because I missed some of it, but got my laptop set up, doing some coaching work and stuff like that, and had the East versus West on, so Liz didn't have to suffer.
Do you know what? I was just going to say, it's times like this where I don't mind if you're out
full-on arm wrestling weekend for me.
Yes, and I just had to have the highlights, which was really nice for me.
Erebus thinks I would beat Brian at this point. And Erebus arm wrestles. He knows about arm wrestling. Until it's so hard to know until you've hooked up with someone.
Yeah.
Until you've actually kind of had a bit of experience on the table. I mean, Brian might be just way too strong.
Yeah, you don't know, do you? Until you grip up with him.
But I would think at this point, a lot of arm wrestlers would still beat Brian pretty comfortably. Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, he's still learning.
Give him time. The man has ridiculous potential.
Yeah. Loz, I'm thinking of entering an amateur competition but can't hit some of the comp weights. How much do you find people exceed their expectations on the day?
Everyone's different. Some people will exceed their expectations, some people will underperform. Depends on the person. If you're a bit off the actual comp weights, I would leave it for now. There's nothing.
Whoa! I was just about to say I was off of every single comp weight.
It depends how far off the comp weights you are talking. If you're 5% off, then you might be able to build up to that. Okay. But if you're 50% off, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You've got to focus on just getting strong. And there's nothing. Even though I said earlier that it's good to compete. It's good to compete at the right level. So actually, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, but there's some competitions that have lowered their level so that more and more people can enter.
Yeah.
I
knew what you were
yeah.
Don't say
I need to be careful how I
don't
phrase
say
this. But there's lots of competitions these days of all sorts of different levels. So you don't need to compete in the highest level to start with. You can go at a lower level and just compete at where you're
find one that suits you,
and have your targets. You know, it's good. It's actually good to have targets that are slightly above where you're at. But if you push too hard, it can actually be detrimental and you end up going backwards. So you've got to focus on you improving your abilities. There's no point in being a 200 kilo deadlifter and saying in 3 months' time, I'm going to be a 300 kilo deadlifter, because you're not. No. You know, the amount of people I see, they're like, 50 kilos off comp weight. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'll hit that in 6 months. The likelihood is you're probably not. I mean, there are people that might if they're freakishly genetically gifted and they're new to it and they'll progress very quickly. But if you've been training a good amount of time and you've progressed 10 kilos in the last 6 months, you're probably not going to progress more than 10 kilos in the next 6 months. Yeah. So understand where you're at, understand what level of competition you're aiming for. If it's a little bit over what you're capable of, then it's worth pushing for. But if it's a high amount over what you can do, it's better to find a competition that's within your range. Again, like, you do have some freaky genetic people that can progress very quickly, and that's something as well that people don't appreciate, is how important genetics are in all these sports.
Kenley asking, hey both, are you guys doing any sort of meet and greet at the Rogue?
Probably not.
There isn't a planned one, and to be honest, Rogue keep Loz very, very busy, don't they? But pretty much from first thing in the morning until it's all done, and he's a complete mess by the end of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy weekend for me.
Yeah.
But if you see us about, more than welcome to come and say hi or have a photo and just have a quick chat if we're free.
Yeah,
you'll be more free than me.
Yeah, I'll be lingering, creeping. Where are we? Are you guys ready for Rogue? Looking forward to your prediction video. The women's is impossible to call. Don't envy you to that one. It's so hard.
The women's is tough to call.
Genuinely no idea where to even begin. Levi, with the members comment, hopefully see you both on Saturday. You will with bells on, Levi. Looking forward to it. Sarah's here.
You're going to probably see lots of our Scottish friends.
Yeah. It's cheaper to get a flight to Scotland than drive. We know it's not a cost-saving thing.
Yeah, it's...
Why are we driving?
Freedom to have the car.
Freedom with the car.
I'm hoping to go and train with Erin while she's over.
Okay, yes.
Because obviously I coach Erin Murray, and she's got World's Strongest Woman coming up. She's the reserve for the women's competition. Yeah. So we're hoping to get a couple of training sessions in together. Yeah. It's just a bit easier to have the car.
It's about freedom.
Also, while one of us drives, the other one can work. So I'll be doing a lot of
maybe we can make Mitch drive a little bit. Yeah. Add him on the insurance for the day. See how he feels. What time is Rogue on Friday? The schedule is on the Rogue website now for the Strongman and Strongwoman. Last time I checked, it wasn't for CrossFit, but it was for Strongman and Strongwoman. So have a look there. I think it's sort of 11 a.m.-ish on the Friday, day, and slightly later start on the Saturday. But don't quote me. Low key, Tom looks in great shape and can cause an upset. Tom has really good events there. Like, I expect Tom to do well still.
I'd like to see him do well. Like, if he's in top shape, he's a threat. But I just don't see how you can go from a month or so ago having this back issue to suddenly you're going to deadlift enough to... Yeah. He came last on the deadlift.
He did. But how much of it is mindset? With
a lot is mindset. Yeah. And if he's in a good
if he's in a good place mentally, it could be a totally different story.
Yeah. Like I said this about his deadlift. I don't believe his deadlift's a weakness. He just seems to think it's a weakness.
Yeah.
And if there is a genuine back issue, then I don't think he can improve that back issue in the time that we've had.
Yeah. Sarah, congrats, Team Loz.
Thank you, Sarah.
Chris, speaking of the Stoltmans, have you guys seen the Stoltman response about negativity towards them? No, I haven't had a chance to watch any YouTube.
I don't think it sucks having people be negative towards you, but as a pro athlete, you're going to get it. All of us do. Like, anyone that puts themselves out there is going to have negativity. I see it in all the sports that I follow, all the athletes that I follow. There's always people that just love to sit around and be negative.
Yeah.
I like anyone that competes, I have respect for, because it takes a lot of guts to put yourself out there and, you know, put yourself in an arena and perform. And if I don't know anything about the sport, then I just don't say anything at all. I'll obviously analyze things with Strongman and what I see, but it's something I'm very experienced with. But I'm never going to put someone down just for the sake of putting them down. I just don't get that mentality at all. But unfortunately, like we get it. Tom gets it. Mitch gets it. Luke gets it. Every single athlete. Eddie's got it. Thor's got it. Brian. It's just the way people are. Some people have to sit there and be negative. I saw a loser's mentality. If you
it is 100%. I saw a comment because what video was it? It was talking about Mitch and like what he's doing right now in the sport, and I made a bit of a joke about like, you know, people next year wanting to kick his ass, and a Canadian guy in the comments took offense to that, and he's like, "You would never say that about Thor or Tom. You know, you're just shitting on Mitch because he's Canadian." I was like, whoa. I'm shitting on Mitch because I like him. But also, like, I don't think people realize that when they've got to these sort of rose-tinted glasses, how much shit Thor and Tom had when they were the guys on top.
Zadrunas had shit.
Everyone gets it.
Terry's had it. Yeah. I've had it. Felix.
Even I get it.
Liz gets it. The women's side is worse. Jesus, some of the comments I see on women's stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But the more popular you are, the more you're going to get, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You can't please everyone.
Half the fun of the road comp streams is to get Loz lovely in our ear holes. Sorry, that just
a lovely voice.
That reminds me of a Family Guy joke. No, I'm not going to repeat it. Lovely voice, even.
Saw the arm wrestling highlights on Instagram. That just fired me up to get my butt off after the live stream.
There you
Good
go.
Man.
Where are we? Olga is going to smash it this weekend. Oh, look, Chloe's here. I did a predictions video for the Strongwoman this week, and it was genuinely so difficult to call. It's anyone's game. And
it's going to be a fun one for sure, Chloe. That is a hell of a lineup.
Yeah.
So hard to predict on the women's side right now.
Do not sleep on Angelica. We absolutely would not. She was second in the UK, first at the Arnold Strongwoman this year. She is a beast. Oh, God, she's really good at thumb wars as well.
She kicked your ass, didn't
No, she didn't kick my ass. We had to be separated at the Hilton.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. It was getting a bit too heated.
It was getting a bit... She had me swinging. She had me airborne at one point, swinging me around. Where are we? It
was great to have me at the Nationals. There you go. You've gone past it, but I know you'll ignore any other wrestling stuff.
I'm not purposely. I'm just trying to, you know...
Chloe on commentary was exciting. Good stuff.
No, it was excellent.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
She's not exciting. She's excellent.
She's excellent and exciting.
There you go. Congrats on the comp win, Loz. Do you guys think that Mitch winning everything could become detrimental for ticket sales for live events?
I think... No, not really. I think we've gone through stages of people dominating the sport, and I think it will motivate everyone to get better. So I think people will catch up.
They will.
When an athlete takes it to a certain level, the other guys have to look at what that athlete's doing and figure out how we close the gap. And I think they will.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some good athletes out there. They've just got to.
It's just about things. Sometimes the stars aligning and things coming together at the right time, right set of events, as you always say.
Mitch has to stay motivated to keep getting better as well. It's not easy to stay at that level. He's pushed his body hard this year. He needs a bit of a break after Rogue, just mentally more than anything else. And, we'll sit down and plan for next year. But there's still things I believe he can get better at and he believes he can get better at. But there's other great athletes out there.
Mm-hmm. Malcolm, here you go. Arm wrestling one. Loz, how did your opponents feel losing to someone with no biceps?
We best not ask them that.
How come World's Strongest Man has been staged in the USA the past few years and not the rest of the world? COVID was a big part of it. COVID and IMG having a lot of their resources, especially the crews that they use in the USA based.
I would love to see it some other places.
Yeah, I'd like to see it travel again. Like we'd love going to the USA, but I did like seeing it travel, because that was always a big part of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see. I think they've got 1 year contract left in both Myrtle Beach and Sacramento, because the way it works, they make a deal with the tourism board basically and say, like, this is how we can showcase this area. We'll be using X amount of hotel rooms for however many nights. We're going to be bringing these crowds into the local area. It's good for local business, all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely.
But maybe not like Botswana.
Botswana is lovely.
Botswana is lovely, but I don't understand like how that even works there, because were there a lot of hotels in that area?
Not really. It was just
it's just interesting, isn't it?
The first year in Botswana, the location was incredible.
Yeah.
Like just the wildlife, the scenery, it was absolutely amazing. But yeah, very random for a strongman comp.
Yeah.
Because you have no people watching, not like any genuine fans anyway.
Hey Loz, congrats on the win. It was awesome to see you compete.
Thank you, buddy. It was a fun weekend. I had so much fun. It was just awesome. And I'm super pumped to keep training hard and get better.
Yes. Scotty Lace, thank you for the super chat. Loz to face the winner of Eddie versus Brian.
I'd do it. Let's do it.
There you go. Loz is up for it. I'm not. We've got Heidi in the house. Thank you so much, Heidi.
Hey,
Don't
Heidi.
forget to like the stream, everyone. Finally got a Sunday off to watch.
Yay.
It was funny in Vegas. Like every corner we turned, Heidi was there. It was starting to become a bit uncanny, wasn't it? Chris with a members comment. So with the new Tom and Luke video, thoughts? We haven't watched it yet,
Chris,
but we gave, like someone said, it was about like a reaction to people being negative towards them. So we did give our sort of overarching thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it happens, doesn't it? But it does suck. Yeah, it does. Because honestly, you could get 1,000 really nice comments on a video, a post, whatever, and one really mean comment. And I promise you, it's the mean comment that you remember when you close your eyes at night and you're trying to go to sleep, isn't it? You think, fucking...
Yeah.
I reply to people. I'll get into it with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rick has put our link up to the website if anyone wants any Liz and Loz merch.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Thank you, buddy.
Loz should arm wrestle Khan Baba.
Is that the fake strongman guy?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he'll want to arm wrestle me.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll want to do a strongman comp against me either.
Do you think we'll ever see Pujanovsky in a Masters comp?
I think if we did like a Legends comp that was a big deal, we could see guys like that.
Yeah.
And that would be what I would want to compete in, I think. I think a lot of the former good guys would be up for something like that.
It'd be interesting with Marius, because when he left Strongman, he left it, didn't he, for good? So
yeah, he's been fighting for such a long time now.
Yeah. Where are we? How high do you think Mitch's ceiling on Atlas stones is? Could he seriously start to push people like Thor and Tom on a stone run?
Well, he was second on the stones at Worlds
2 years ago. Oh, last year, sorry, yeah.
His stones aren't bad at all. He's, I think if he caught them sleeping a bit, he could beat them. I think it'd be hard to sort of consistently be better than them because they have a physical advantage, like so if everyone's motivated and everyone's pushing hard, I think more times than not they would do better than him, but he could certainly have days where he beats them. I beat Trey Mitchell at stones once. I'm not going to go around saying I'm better than him, but strongman's like that. You have good days and bad days, but when we're talking consistency, I think it would be hard to beat Tom regularly on stones.
What are you excited to see at the Magnus Classic in a few weeks from Martin?
I'm just really excited for the whole competition. Not really, the events will be fun. They're a bit different in terms of what we're used to seeing.
I'm excited for a couple of things in particular. Okay. The block press.
The
max block press. Yeah. Mateusz has been training with some crazy numbers. He sent me his training video. What a privilege when Mateusz Kieliszkowski sends you his training videos.
You are very privileged.
I am privileged. And I was like, Mateusz, you look great. I'm excited to see Shane on the throw. Yeah. Like there's certain people on certain events that I'm really excited to see.
I'm just excited to watch the whole competition. Yeah. It's such a different show than we normally have. And I think, it takes me back to when I was deep into my career, and you had to compete in all sorts of elements, and you know,
it's something like 9 events as well, and 15 guys. So it's one of those, anything could truly happen.
I'm actually looking forward to taking Liz to Iceland for the first time as well.
You're taking me.
Yeah. Without me, you wouldn't be going.
Oh, Monica, would you still invite me if it was a bluff?
Yeah,
please don't answer truthfully. Hurt my feelings.
I had to ask them, can Liz come?
What? Wow.
No, you've never been to Iceland, have you?
I haven't.
So
no,
let me have my moment
really
that I'm doing a nice thing,
that
taking you with me.
You're doing something nice for me. Thank you, Lozzie.
Loz's thoughts on Mitch's video about Ober slagging the deadlift. I think the deadlift is an outstanding exercise. And I think, to be fair, if you watch the video, Mitch starts to go into this. He's not totally slagging Oberst off. It was more the concept.
No, it's Oberst slagging the deadlift, not Mitch slagging.
But I think Oberst is basically saying, you know, if you're not a strength athlete, you don't need to deadlift. But Oberst, in the interview that he does talk about other hinge type movements that are better, like RDLs are a better option, or you can use like a trap bar or something like that. That's not going to load the spine. I don't think any exercises are dangerous if you do them properly, but being taught how to do things properly is key with many things. And then it's, what's your reason for doing a deadlift? I have a big argument with a lot of my clients about box jumps. I do not like heavyweight strongmen doing like standing jumps to a box because I feel they are dangerous, particularly for heavier athletes, and the risk versus reward is not worth it. It's so easy to just fall and stumble doing it, and also when you're much heavier, there's a lot more impact on the knees, and I've seen a lot of guys fuck themselves up because of them. They're not a bad exercise to develop explosive power. I just feel there's better, safer options for bigger athletes. And I feel the same about every single exercise. There is a time and a place that exercise could be beneficial, done correctly. There's a time and a place where it isn't. And you've got to look at what your individual goals are as an athlete, what your weaknesses are, the size of you. Is it worth me doing this exercise if I'm a super heavyweight compared to an 80 kilo athlete? 80 kilo athlete, knock yourself out, do some explosive jumps. It's not going to have the same impact on your body as I've seen 180, 190 kilo guys doing them, and then end up having messed up knees.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of think a little bit and you know, figure out, okay, is it worth me doing this? For a lot of average people, yeah, a deadlift is not needed. However, learning to hinge is a very, you know, important skill. It can help in terms of a lot of back issues that people have, and Mitch goes over that in his video.
Cousin Fred, thank you very much for gifting another 5 memberships. Bless you, Fred, keeping the membership alive.
We said we've got to do some more membership members videos as well.
Yeah, so maybe we could do some when we're in Aberdeen.
Yes, do some for Rogue. Maybe some of our trip up.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's a long old slog. Christian Nelson, someone I'm looking forward to meeting in Iceland.
Yes.
How much fun.
He's been training hard as well. He's hitting some PBs.
He's looking really good in training.
He's been looking good.
He's gifted a membership before. People thanking Fred. Thanks for response. Watch their video when you can, as Luke and Tom are looking scary. Awesome. I want a fight. No, not a fight. But you know what? I want it to be a really good end of year, big out of a bang type of competition. Don't you, at Rogue this year?
I'd love it.
It will be exciting.
I will watch their video. I just feel there's not enough time from the Giants Live in Glasgow to Rogue for anyone to make that much improvement.
Right.
So
that's fair enough, yeah.
I can see people doing well, but I can't see anyone other than Mitch and Thor, unless injuries happen or something like that, challenging for the title.
What the fuck sort of question is this? Can't I ever? What age did Loz you? You can't ask that. There we go.
That's a question that you've got to really pay for, I feel.
Yeah. Members only. Is he a member? Oh, he is. Is he? No, he's not.
He's not even a member.
What events can you see Thor winning at Rogue?
Deadlift, definitely. He can win that. He's got a good chance of winning the I'm not sure what it's called, but the medley event with the
the push, pull, carry. Yeah.
He'll be very good at that. Potentially the
Invastones.
Yes, I think he can be very good at that. I think what's the power stairs event? Is that yoke into power stairs, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yoke into power stairs.
I don't think he can beat Mitch on that. I really don't. Just after
farmers into log.
Yeah, I don't think he can beat Mitch on that.
No.
I don't think he can beat Mitch on the overhead medley. But those 3 events, he's got a chance, definitely.
People talking about Olga. Mitch has noob gains. Yes, that's the Family Guy joke that I wasn't going to say out loud. Having it in the ear.
Yeah.
Sorry. I won't read it out just in case there are any children.
I remember that
gathered around their TVs. Andy, Loz will look and see. Oh, hold on. I found him already. Here you are. There you go. Love your content, guys. Loz followed you from the start. Thank you very much, Andy. There we go. You got detached for a second. Where are we? Lots of comments tonight. I can't keep up. Uncle Loz versus Devon.
No. I would hate to go against Devon. It would be a nightmare. He just takes the piss out of people.
Yeah. That would hurt your feelings.
Yeah. Firstly, let's understand I'm nowhere, not even in the same, I don't know, planet as someone like Devon when it comes to arm wrestling. But I'd kick his ass at Strongman, and I kicked his ass when we trained together for his fight.
Guys, if you haven't seen that video, honestly, it's just like comedy gold. It's on our channel. It's Loz and Devon going through a full conditioning.
It was while he was training for his fight against Thor.
Yeah, he asked Loz if he wanted to join him for this workout, just someone to train with a bit of motivation. He had his coach there who set up the session.
It was great fun. I loved it.
It was so funny. He's a grafter, isn't he, Devon?
Oh, definitely. He's just an amazing, mentally strong athlete.
Yeah, he is.
He had to cut how much weight he had to cut for this match on the weekend.
Ridiculous amount. Yeah. Andy, thank you so much for the super chat. Followed Loz from the start. Now to watch Liz get excited about training. Ooh. And to follow Loz's arm wrestling journey.
Do you know what? Awesome. Liz could be so good at arm wrestling. She has freaky arms. She can get into such natural good positions, but she's just got no interest at all. But I'm trying to drag her down to the club one day.
No, it's so technical and I'm so busy. When do I have time to learn all of these things? I said, if I can do it my way. Bone on bone,
if anyone knows
dangerous
what
positions, that would be so funny, but I think it's too niche.
It's too niche.
Yeah, but I'm just not really interested. Although I do love the idea of like pinning someone. Yeah. Don't get excited, where can we watch the Magnus Classic?
You can watch it on Official Strongman.
Yeah,
it's going to be streamed on Official Strongman.
I do believe, like, not live, but later, it's going to be added to the Magnus either website or YouTube channel. We will get clarity on that. So, but for the actual live stream, it's going to be on Official Strongman. If you sign up to Official Strongman, I know some people don't like that it's subscription only. You can't buy individual streams. You can cancel immediately afterwards and still have a 4 months access. That would give you access to OSG this year as well. So you would get 2 for the price of 1, plus all of the competitions that have been on Official Strongman so far this year. And there are a lot of them, aren't there?
Apparently Mateus is on Team Liz.
Oh, Mateus is on Team Liz. Yeah. Is he saying that?
No.
Oh, but he is. Yeah, it's no question. It's no question. He sent us some tops, but they haven't arrived yet.
Monica says she'd bring you over.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Thank you for humouring me. I think Liz would do better in CrossFit. Oh, I don't think so.
You have been training genuinely really hard. I've been very impressed.
I have. I've been working hard, guys.
And the results are showing.
Thank you. Tim, thank you for the super chat.
I'm a lucky
Liz
man.
and Loz, you are. I hope you're both doing well. Congrats, Loz, on your first arm wrestling tournament win.
Thank you very much, buddy. Good luck in your comp in a few weeks as well. Tim is very much a Team Loz member.
That's fine. You can have Tim. No offense, Tim. I'll keep Matesh. Bulgarian splits are dangerous for coaches. I even did those. Disgusting. After sets of 10 on a deadlift.
The way I set up
Very
the Bulgarian
cruel.
split stance squats, I don't think they're too dangerous.
They're not.
They're a good exercise. But again, knowing how to do them properly or knowing how to set them up in a safer way.
To be
is
fair, he's
beneficial.
just saying they're dangerous for coaches because it makes people want to kill the coaches. And that is true.
That's true. That's
That is
true.
true.
Rick. Yeah, you don't like it if I put them into your training, do you?
No.
But I do them myself. It's not like I'm just being mean and telling people to do them.
Yeah. What's Loz weighing right now?
I am weighing, my weight is fluctuating between about 130 to 133. I sort of hover around that area at the moment. Kilos.
Obviously.
I'd be worried if that was pounds.
Yeah. Can't wait for the Magnus Fair. Magnuson, a comp win would boost Mateusz's spirit a lot. Agree?
Yeah.
100%. Dalton with the members comment, were y'all able to catch the Shaw Thor video? I feel so bad because
Not
I
yet.
did not watch it
Not
yet.
yet.
No.
Honestly, we've been mega busy.
Yeah.
It's and you know, when I get 5 minutes, I watch something to do with arm wrestling.
Oh, honestly, guys, I don't even get to watch TV because
You
there's
do,
always
you do.
arm wrestling stuff on
No,
there.
we've because the kids have been off school as well. So
Yeah, which has made
we've-
this week tricky. Yeah.
and they're back at school from tomorrow. So
I love
yeah.
my children so much, but
one of them has been off for 2 weeks.
2 flipping weeks,
Yeah.
and we just have to operate in the same way. Still got to
We've got
work,
three
train,
kids. We've got 3
everything.
kids, and all of them have had different holiday lengths.
Yeah, so it basically spreads out over an almost 3-week
Yeah,
period,
well, it was
doesn't
2
it?
weeks. It was 2
Well,
weeks because
whatever.
Lewis was off the longest.
Let
then
me exaggerate.
Alexa, and then Ava.
Let me. Oh, the Stoltmans used clips of you in the video talking about negativity towards them.
I haven't seen what they've used.
Well, I bet I'm not saying anything negative.
I don't think they're saying I said anything negative
Oh,
about
okay.
them.
Okay.
I think it must have been us talking about something in a video or
Oh,
something.
it's all right. I'll go after their videographer, Tom, who does the editing. Rasmus, thank you for the super chat. Hello, you handsome people. Loz, when programming, can you go from a 5-week triple double single period to a 15 over 15 plus reps more bodybuilding style of period? Or do you need a 6 to 12 rep period in between? Wow, that's a really specific question.
That's a very specific question.
So can you jump
go
from
a
like,
5-week trip? Yes, you can. You can have like a 5-week program where you're focusing on triples, doubles, singles, and then you can jump to a higher bodybuilding type phase. It's better to have longer phases, but sometimes needs must. And you know, if someone comes to me and they've got a comp in 4 weeks, we're gonna have to prep for that comp in 4 weeks. Not ideal. I don't like it when people do that. To get the best out of someone, you want more time to work on certain things. But yes, you can jump from a strength phase to a more hypertrophy phase of training. Absolutely.
Where are we? Chris with a super chat. Thank you, Chris. Your thoughts gets on next year World's Strongest Man.
Your thoughts gets on next year's World's Strongest Man. I guess you mean who do we think will win next year's World's Strongest Man? Too early to say. We don't even know who's qualified for the most part yet.
Yeah.
But
so much can change between now and then as well. There's a lot of big competitions in the meantime.
I mean, Tom Stoltman is amazing at Worlds. Mitch Hooper's going to be a threat for sure.
Got to survive the Arnolds first.
But there's so much to happen before then.
Yeah.
That you just can't say. You know, even people that have qualified might get injured before then. There's just far too much to kind of contemplate and think about before we worry about that. But thank you very much for the super chat.
Anthony, thank you for the chat. Loz, after arm wrestling, how about slap fighting?
No way in hell will you find me doing that sport. Any kind of combat sport that doesn't have any defense is just stupid. I mean, fair play to the guys doing it, but it's not for me.
Uncle Loz is going to be pillow fighting next.
We may have done that before.
I don't think we actually have.
Well, I've done it with Alexa.
Oh,
yeah, she loves a pillow fight.
Yeah. Okay, and Liz, what fraction of Loz's weight are you? Probably less than half right now.
What are you?
What, we're talking pounds or
kilos? We're roughly.
Oh, I'm less than half.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm less than half his weight. How nice. There was one point, 2015, he was 3 times my weight. Yeah, but less than half. Yeah. That's nice. Considering you're slimmer right now as well. So that's good, yeah. Practically perfect. What does Loz do for his glorious dome? Are you talking about his head?
I'm just gonna rub it. That's it.
Just rub it.
Yeah.
Will Brian Shaw beat Eddie? I've answered this before, haven't we?
I think he will.
Yeah.
If Eddie can beat Brian, that will be a big shock.
Yeah.
You jumped.
Oh, where are we? Oh, I am absolutely not going into that.
I have to say, I'm loving watching some of that stuff from afar.
Yeah, from afar. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like it impacts all of us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no comment at all. None at all.
I do enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
It's great. When I saw Hulk Hogan at the rally for Trump the other day, that was just amazing.
Oh God,
he was
Trumpomania.
like proper hulking up, and yeah, talking about Trumpomania.
I was like, no way.
He actually did the old. Took me back to being a kid.
Honestly, British politics are so boring in comparison.
So boring.
We don't have much of this circus at all. Maybe we should spice it up a little bit. Get
pay a lot more attention to it.
You would. You don't even know what's going on half the time, do
no,
you? Because it really is quite dull. And then it's just so sensible. We have the election, say, on the Thursday. Friday morning, they change hands. And everyone moves out and in. It's very
Tuesday,
organised.
Is it Tuesday that it's all?
I think so. Yeah.
There we go.
Best of luck to everyone.
Voters, especially the American
and
people.
Yes. Oh dear. Thoughts on Luke Richardson's changes this year?
Super awesome. Just seeing him do well, seeing him more relaxed and enjoying it.
Yeah.
I had private conversations with him multiple times. Like, you've got to take that pressure off yourself. And it just looks like he has. And he is such a talented athlete. I think he's got that right mindset as well to really be one of the absolute best. So if he stays injury free, if he keeps enjoying it like he is a big threat. So just seeing him enjoy it, that's been it's just cool to see.
El Prez Cat asking if we have a Trump-like candidate.
I don't think we have any Trump-like candidate.
Trump is quite unique. I think probably the closest maybe would be Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
Quite divisive in terms of he's right wing. He's quite divisive. He's I think that's probably the closest we've got.
I must admit, I'm Trump's growing on me. I like him.
Still no comment. Well, for someone 5'7", that's really light, Liz. Maybe you'll be on some muscle mass with all this training. I've already had people in my comments in my inbox. Don't get too muscly. Don't turn into a man.
Don't become a man.
I was like, for God's sake.
Don't get on the
super creatine. Yeah.
If she did, I'd be worried.
Never in a million years. I don't have any. I just want to look good. And like, just leave me alone. With these strangers trying to
doing amazing.
Gatekeep my body. It's like, no Andrew, no Brian, no whatever. Like, I'm not turning into a man.
She's definitely not a man, I can promise you.
Well, thank you, Deb. A healthy Luke Richardson is a fearsome competitor.
He is indeed.
Yes.
He is indeed. Looks like Tom. What?
Tom dies after winning World's Strongest Man. The best time we ever see was his competitions after he lost World's Strongest Man last year. I think it's more like a shift in priorities at the time, to be honest. Like, the World's Strongest Man title means so much to Tom, and it's such a build-up to that big competition. Then there's thank God, it's almost like a relief. And then it's all of the pressure that comes with it.
I've said this before,
and
like,
the news.
It's so easy to forget things.
Yeah.
Like, Tom has had a little run of bad results for Tom. Before that, it was like he won Worlds, he was second at Arnold's, he's come second at Rogue before, he won the World Tour Finals last year. Yeah, Tom's a great athlete. And if you look through any great athlete's career, there are little phases where they go on a low.
Yeah.
You know, even the very best guys have times where, you know, they might not win everything. But when you're talented, you're always a threat. And, you know, Tom is a beast. He's this year's World's Strongest Man winner. It's not like he's some schmuck.
He's not some bum, is he? No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Who wins the deadlift at Rogue, Mitch or Thor? I think Thor still is the
I think
favourite for
Thor
the
as well.
deadlift.
Yeah. Is there a Sunday live next week? Almost definitely not, because I think our plan is to drive home Sunday evening,
Yeah.
isn't it? So probably not. I mean, maybe if we're out of the Scottish mountains by then.
I think more realistic would be Monday next week.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
But you'll probably get a lot of content up over the weekend.
Yeah,
particularly
I will.
for members as well.
Yeah, definitely. Cousin.
So good incentive for you guys to become a member.
Yes, cousin Fred with the super chat. Let's hit that like button, family. Thank you very much, Fred. We do appreciate you. And we've been on an hour, so it's probably a good time to start wrapping up, Loz. You do the wrap up. I did the intro.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for all the lovely messages towards my arm wrestling event and my athletes that smashed it today. Super proud of them. Yeah. They did amazing. I coached another world champion, which is pretty cool for Team Loz, and Masters British champion.
Yeah, very nice. There you
so
go.
It's been a great weekend. I hope you guys have had fun. We've got lots coming up for obviously Rogue next week. It's going to be a busy week. And yeah, have an amazing weekend or week, guys. I think it is a week now.
Yeah, have a great week. Yeah, and we'll see you next one.
There we go.
There you go.
See, you could have done it.
Oh, wow. Probably not.
Take it easy, guys.
Smiling away.